The previous city council granted a lot of density increases that shouldn't have happened. They granted a lot of zoning variances from commercial and industrial to residential that shouldn't have happened because it was short-sighted.
Palm Coast Vice Mayor Teresa Pontieri talks to WNZF about the perception that the city is being run by developers.
Pontieri says she understands why there's a public perception that Palm Coast has been pilfered by developers.
When you get all of this new development, you get an influx of tax dollars because they don't have that homestead, right? And so we get this very nice influx of immediate tax dollars, and we say, oh, we have this money that we can now spend, but it's short-sighted because impact fees are shiny pennies, and that initial tax dollar only helps us for a short amount of time. Time after time after time, you have to worry about those infrastructure needs.
Pontieri says she'd like to see the city do more to promote industrial and commercial development.
For me, the ROI in investing in incentives, but also spec sites and spec buildings, because time is money for these companies. When they come, they need to open up pretty immediately because for every day that they're not earning money, they're also losing money. So, if we can create more sites and spec buildings and go to more trade shows and really promote the city of Palm Coast, we need to continue to do that.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Monday, May 5th.
I think that he got started in the wrong direction, thinking maybe he had a little more ability to make decisions than he did.
Another member of the Palm Coast City Council joined Free for All Friday to talk about the drama at City Hall.
City Councilman Dave Sullivan says he had to miss a few meetings last month because he had to deal with an eye injury.
So I had surgery up in Jacksonville. Everything went fine, but in the meantime, for a week and a half, I have to put my head down in a 90-degree angle and do that 45 minutes out of every hour for a week and a half. So that's the reason I haven't been able to go to the council meeting, and did it via Zoom twice. But I'll say, as bad as the 45 minutes every hour with your head face down, that meeting yesterday was worse.
Sullivan referring to last week's special council meeting regarding the behavior of Mayor Mike Norris. He says, drama notwithstanding, Palm Coast still has a lot going for it.
As the cliche goes, the trains are running on time. The city is okay. It's working fine with the staff. By and large, it's doing a good job. Obviously, we have some difficulties and problems, but I agree with Pierre. I agree. The city is doing well. It's still a great place to live. And driving around, I just had my son here, my daughter here, they drive around, and they say, hey, it's really a nice place. So I know we have problems, and I'm not denying that. But I agree.
Tomorrow, Sullivan will talk about Tuesday's City Council meeting where they'll discuss what to do about the mayor. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. See Something, Say Something is useful again for Flagler County Sheriff's deputies to solve a crime.
In a crime roundup report, deputies recently responded to a call from a concerned resident about a suspicious car in Bunnell. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley.
A resident that saw something and said something led to the arrest of a Texas fugitive and the other two people with him for narcotics charges. Deputies responded to the construction site. The guy tried to lie his way out of being discovered as a fugitive. So we brought our rapid ID to the scene and put his fingerprints on him and found that he was a fugitive from Texas. So not only did he get arrested for being a fugitive from justice, but he got charged with lying to our deputies, giving them false names.
Deputies also located quite a few illegal drugs.
I want to commend our resident that saw something and said something that helped us get this fugitive where he belongs, in the Green Roof Inn.
All three were arrested. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
In other news, a state inmate working on a City of Palm Coast maintenance crew was arrested for burglary. In late April, a Palm Coast resident reported suspicious activity behind her home after receiving alerts from motion-activated security cameras. Video showed two inmates in high-visibility vests near her screened patio. One, identified as Gino Carnessi, appeared to scope the area. An hour later, inmate Jay Working entered the patio and fled with a stolen pack of cigarettes and a lighter. Both inmates, part of a Putnam Correctional Institute work crew, contracted by the city, have previous convictions. Working is currently serving time for meth possession and fleeing law enforcement. Detectives secured a warrant for his arrest on new burglary and theft charges. He'll be booked into the county jail after his state prison release in May. Sheriff Rick Staley clarified the inmates were not under local supervision and says the sheriff's office is working with the city and state to prevent future incidents. Meanwhile, the sheriff's office has launched Access Background Check Services, allowing residents to get nationwide background screenings at both the Bunnell and Palm Coast locations. The service includes checks for criminal history, sex offenders, and terrorist watch lists. The sheriff's office says it's ideal for employers, volunteers, or licensed applicants. For more details, go to flaglersheriff.com. And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Lee Show with your WNZF local sports update.
Week 2 of spring football practice begins today. After Week 1, Matanzas coach Matt Forrest took notice of his team's off-season efforts.
I think we're just farther along than we've ever been as a program. I think our players really attack the off-season workouts and done a real great job with that. Our strength is increasing, our weights are increasing, our speeds are increasing, and just overall team buy-in. I mean, it really does feel like the program is taking another step in the climb in the right direction.
Forrest on his goals for the spring.
Set that depth chart, set that expectation of what your offense and defense is going to be, and then that's what we hone in for in our 6-week program in the summer.
The Pirates host Pine Ridge May 23rd in their spring game, live on the WNZF Sports Network. FPC is working toward reaching the playoffs for the 7th time in 9 years under new coach Patrick Turner. We'll have a report on the Bulldogs Friday.
Matanzas, the number 2 seed, they'll host number 7 Ponte Vedra.
That was Friday morning during the FHSAA softball playoff selection show. For the first round of the regional playoffs, the Pirates earned a rematch of Thursday's district championship game against the Ponte Vedra Sharks. That game can be seen live on the Flagler Radio YouTube channel Thursday night at 7 p.m. At regionals this weekend, FPC's Colby Cronk had the longest shot put in the state of Florida this year, guaranteeing the opportunity to defend his state title Saturday in Jacksonville. Maya Tyson set the Bulldog record for the girls' shot put. Both also won in discus, securing their spots there too. The FHSAA provided notice that state championship qualifiers in track and field would not be announced until later today. 2 FPC lacrosse players made college commitments over the weekend. Attacker Carson Ellis is off to Point Park University in Pittsburgh. Junior goalie Aiden Commendatore will head to the Savannah College of Art and Design for the 2026 season. WNZF is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the sports desk, I'm Mike Licio.